We can raise our kids better than y'all can. Let's just keep it all the way real. You can unlike it, you can unsubscribe, and you can do whatever the fuck it is you want to do, but I'm just telling you the truth. We know how to raise our kids, and we not gonna sit up here and back down and let you simplify our sons.
I gave it all for fantasy. Is anybody gonna remember me? If I go tonight, I doubt the world will change. I just pray they don't forget my name. It's the game rules I can't lose. When it's all said and done, will I still be cool? Spent like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. How much I'ma spend profiling? She come in and compliment my closet. Fuck her on the floor like I don't give a fuck about it. Your judgment get clouded when you're clouded. My opposition wish I'd stop smiling. My family wish I'd stop wilding.
What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. 2025 is here. It is here, man. And with all new things, with the new year, new me, and all the resolutions and all of that, it doesn't come without its own set of drama. I mean, look at 2025 right now, man. We got the fires in California. We got Biden acting crazy. We got, you know what I'm saying, like people looting out in Southern California, wilding out. Man, it's a crazy time to be alive right now, man. But, you know, here we are. And we gonna make it through just like we do every other year. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna get it done. So, that being said, 2025, new things, along with new drama. So here we go. I had the luxury and the pleasure of having my children for the first time in 4 years. I had them with me for the winter break. So I had 2 weeks of unfiltered, you know, just a beautiful time with all of my children. We were all under one roof. It was absolutely fantastic. I feel more than blessed. I think God has been good to me and my family for even giving me this opportunity to spend that kind of time, you know, with my children and to really just understand what's going on with them from a mental, physical, and emotional perspective. And, you know, make sure that they're spiritually sound and really just see what's going on with them, man. So I definitely took the opportunity to enjoy my time with them, man, and that was a blessing in itself, right? But with all good things, if you've got a crazy ex-wife like mine, then there's gonna be some drama involved with that, right? Okay. So while I was over here enjoying my kids, and I know you saw some of the clips in the beginning of this video, just some of the activities that we got to do. You know, we hit some basketball games, we went ice skating, you know, we went to some bounce houses, explored different things amongst the city, spent a lot of family time together, whether it be playing video games, watching movies, etc. You know, we enjoyed ourselves. While we were doing all of that, my ex-wife was in the back cooking. And I have new documentation from DCSS, which is the Department of Child Support Services in Southern California, or in California in general. And she's basically filing for additional child support. And what that means is I currently pay about $4,000 a month in child support, which is set to expire this year in August 2025, and we're supposed to reassess. Her alimony falls off, and we go back and do calculated support. So she's trying to one-up that and say, hey, before we get to that point, I want a permanent order in place to increase child support for my newfound expenses. And within the details of that, she wants $2,500 per kid for 3 kids, and she wants an additional $2,500 a month for spousal support, again, which is set to expire August 2025. So she's trying to get a last minute cash grab before the state comes in and reassesses my income, assesses her income, and recalculates the numbers for support. She's trying to get something in earlier, you know, to circumvent that. It never fails, right? It never fucking fails. So we got that going, and that's great. I also get a letter from ADP, my employer's payroll processor, and they've sent me a letter notifying me that, hey, your ex-wife has filed and opened a case with DCSS, and not only has she done that, but she's also filed wage garnishment. So even though I'm paying out of my own pocket, out of these paychecks, $4,000 a month, She wants them to go back and do a wage garnishment. And originally when I saw it, I was thinking like, okay, well, I see $3,500 being taken out of the wage garnishment, which means I need to supplement $500 and still end up paying fees and this, that, and the other. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with child support. Typically, if you watching my channel, you're probably going through some shit. And most likely you are getting hit with child support. You're about to get hit with child support, or you've been dealing with child support to some degree. And if you're dealing with California, when you go to make your child support payment, not only do they take that money, but they take a percentage of that money as well as some transaction fees and tack on to that. So if you're paying $4,000 a month in child support, realistically, you paying like $150 extra, $175 extra on top of that due to the fees. So, you know, it's really $41.25, $41.75, you know, however you have it. I felt like she was doing me a solid by saying, you know what, we're just gonna garnish your wages directly and pull it directly from the employer. Cause I'm like, okay, my first thought was cool. You gonna pull it directly? Hey, that's fine. That money was going over there anyway, but I get to pocket the extra $150, $175 in fees. Well, I dug a little deeper and then I also realized what she was trying to do. What she's trying to do is she's trying to go back and say, hey, he's made these payments directly to you guys, but I'm filing additional paperwork for medical expenses and things that are unpaid that I've had to pay for out of pocket, and I'm gonna run these through DCSS to get arrears for those. And so what she did was she filed 2023 and 2024. She basically claimed to say that I had zero medical insurance for the children and that she had to pay $9,500 for both years to give them health insurance premiums. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So with that being said, she came up with like $23,000, $24,000 of unpaid expenses by claiming that I didn't have medical support for the children, which, as you guys know, I work a full-time job, and I worked a full-time job for this past year. And that full-time job provides premier medical expenses for myself and my children. So how in the hell are you sitting here claiming that they don't have insurance when they have insurance through my employer, and you've also leveraged that insurance for medical expenses? And then you've gone back and sent me the bill for the copay, which is attached to the insurance premium that's associated with me and my employer. So that's all a wash, right? But one thing, there's a loophole in DCSS now, and I don't know if the baby mamas is listening, but if you go ahead and file that, you can say, hey, this person is behind on this stuff. And even though no commissioner or no judge has seen this, I'm gonna petition for additional wages or wage garnishment because I have arrears that I need to pay. And so she came up with this formula of saying, hey, we're gonna pay $7,000 a month in child support to cover $4,000 a month that's currently there, and we want an additional $3,000 in arrears. Well, yes and no. So I got a little nervous because I'm like, wait a minute. If you taking 7 bands, that's like basically taking like damn near everything I earned from the job from the month. Like, how am I supposed to pay bills and do my thing? Well, there's also a clause in California law that says you can't garnish more than 60% of one's wages as a single filer, or if they have dependencies or hardships, a la additional children, which I have, a teenager and a 1-year-old, you can only take 50% of disposable income. And so, yeah, she tried to push for the 7 grand, but realistically, she can only pull what she's getting right now, which is about 4,000. So that's where we are with that right now. Absolutely ridiculous. And on top of that, to add another thing for 2025, she's also pushing for full custody. She wants full custody of our 3 children. Even though we currently have 50-50 custody, and the kids are supposed to be splitting time between us, she moved away, and then I moved away, and then we're supposed to be doing this back and forth, and she's been withholding the kids from me, and here we are today, right? So basically, she's trying to switch her whole game plan up and say, you know what? I need 7 bands a month, or no. I need $10,000 a month, and I want full custody, and fuck everything else that's on the calendar that we're supposed to do. This is what I want to do. So at first, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I was like, yo, bro, she's trying to take me to the cleaners again. Like, how do you do this 4 years later after the divorce and all of this other stuff? Like, how does this even come up? Well, my lawyers let me know, like, hey, man, listen, the judgment don't say nothing about you paying her medical premiums. As long as you got your premiums, you're providing, support for the kids. It is what it is, right? And then 2 is, you guys already have a divorce judgment that says at the end of August of 2025, you're gonna go back and reassess. So that whole RFO she just filed to try to get the additional child support, they're pretty much gonna throw that out too. Cool. But now, I have to still sit here and spend money with the lawyers just to defend me on this nonsense. It never fails. So it seems like, in my opinion, there's a lot of things that's going on with her financially, because we know she filed bankruptcy. We know she had a hard money loan, and it fell through. And maybe I told y'all about that. I'll give y'all the 10-second cliff notes. I got a manila folder in the mail a month ago from a hard money lender that says, hey, your ex-wife filed bankruptcy and basically claims that the support you pay her is gonna cover our loans, et cetera, et cetera. She took out a $150,000 hard money loan, I guess maybe to get caught up on bills or do whatever, to catch up on her mortgage and not lose her car, et cetera, et cetera. And that bill was due, she didn't pay it back. And not only did she not pay it back, but she filed it under her bankruptcy. So she's trying to dissolve the debt. And that's not how hard money lending works. Typically, if you have a hard money lender, you basically put your title up. And if you don't pay it back, they take the title of your home, you essentially lose your home. And so she was trying to block that. So they're sending me a copy of it, because I guess in the bankruptcy, she came up with a payment structure that says that, hey, this man's gonna be paying me this much every month moving forward long term. And they wanted to get my opinion on that, which my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. And as much as I would like to really just, thump her and all of that, that's not my smoke, so I'm not gonna reply to them. I'm not gonna deal with none of that. At the end of the day, I'm a grown man, I'm a real man, and if that woman got herself into some financial issues, that's on her. I'm not gonna help her and I ain't gonna hurt her. That's her. You go do that over there. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not about to help these people. I'm not about to help you. I ain't helping nobody. I'm helping my kids. That's what I'm here for, all right? So that's the cliff notes on that. So now I see the play. Now she's getting desperate. She's filing cases against her ex-boyfriend or ex-fiance to the tune of 50 grand. She's trying to drum up about $50,000 worth of debt for me to try to pull out in arrears and all this other medical insurance stuff. She came up with all of these crazy little bills out of nowhere, ain't showed not one receipt, and says that she spends on average $50 a month on child medication for the past 2 years. And she wants to be, comped about $1,500 worth of that too. Just crazy all over the place. Desperate cash grab, right? So that's what we're dealing with on that front. And that's all cool and dandy. But the real meat and potatoes of this video is that, listen, I've been talking about a lot of stuff that's been going on in my life and my drama and all this stuff with this, when you get divorced and you're dealing with, an ex-wife that's bitter and all of this other stuff, right? But I haven't really given you guys the sauce on how I've been able to manage and maintain and still flourish, through a lot of this, right? So what I'm doing is, 2025, my video formats are gonna be a little bit different. It ain't gonna be about me just ranting about all the drama that I got going on in my life, because that shit ain't gonna stop as long as I got that woman in my life, okay? As long as I got these kids, as long as I got that woman, over there burning up in California right now, as long as that's going on, it's always gonna be a drama to my life. But that doesn't really help y'all. It gives y'all a little bit of entertainment and something to talk about, but that ain't really giving you, it's not really pouring into you like that. And so one thing I've noticed is that this last year I've spent about $40,000 in legal fees these last year, right? Just last year alone. And the biggest thing I learned is that, man, I ain't even really giving y'all no sauce on that. So what I'm gonna do for my videos moving forward after this video is we gonna start doing sauce videos. I'm gonna start giving y'all the game that I've learned that I had to pay for and experience and take L's on and all of that over time. I'm giving that to y'all, man. I'm gonna just give it to y'all. I don't have no Patreon, ain't no locals, ain't no sign up to my Discord and do all of that. Nah, bruh. All I ask y'all to do is hit a like button on the way in, man. Throw a comment up on the way out, man. That's really it, bruh. Like, you know, if you're new here, you know that, you know, I'm literally just like a guy that just started just vlogging my experience dealing with a divorce and leading into the things that happened after the divorce. The divorce was what it was, right? Like, you can't really, there's 1,000 videos on YouTube right now talking about divorces and the emotional distraught and all of that. Oh my God, all this stuff. Fuck all that. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of what's really going on and how you should move after the fact, right? Because when most men get divorced, they're down, they take your kids away, they do all of this goofy shit, right? And we really don't go into how we feel, or we go into how we feel online, and you got these simps on here just, oh my God, I want to crash out and kill myself. Man, fuck all of that, bruh. What are you gonna do to get your kids? What are you gonna do to make sure you got your custody lined up? And how are you gonna prevent this woman from taking your motherfucking ass to the cleaners on this child support long term? Because the divorce, if you broke, you know, if you broke when you married and you getting divorced over finances, y'all really ain't fighting over money like that, right? That's most people. My situation was a little bit different because I made money moves that made a ton of money during the marriage, and then the woman tried to take it all away at the end of it, and I ended up giving her a chunk of it just to get her punk ass out of my life. However, I thought that would make a person go away, and a new relationship, you know, with a guy with money would help move that on to the next thing. But clearly that's not a thing, man. It's like, if a woman see you doing good, bro, she don't want to see you doing good, man. She want to see you lose. Like, this woman has so much hatred for me. She wants to see me lose, and I just keep winning, man. God just keep blessing me, blessing my family, blessing the people around me, man, blessing my friends, blessing my acquaintances, blessing my business partners, blessing everybody, man. I go to work, man, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I live across the street from the stadium, bro, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna give this sauce out. That's what we doing in 2025, man. Like, all this little, oh my God, what is this woman gonna do? Look, she's halfway through her 40s. I just turned 40 last year. We don't need to be going back and forth, not little punk ass kids, you know, sitting over here, oh man, this woman is tripping. Man, look, she gonna be who she is, all right? And we gonna let her. But what we not gonna do is sit up here and simp out. That's what we not gonna do. We not gonna sit up here and pretend that, you know, we just gonna do whatever she do. Cause all that happy wife, happy life stuff, that's the stuff that got you in trouble in the first fucking place, right? Ain't no happy wife, happy life. She ain't never gonna be happy as long as you happy. Now, if you doing bad, you miserable, you down in your luck, and you got all of this stuff going on and you can't do it, she's gonna be more than happy because she wants to feel like she made a great decision. But once a woman gets divorced from you and you move on and catapult and continue to grow and thrive, and you're investing and you're growing and you're just, you know, you're glowing up, she can't take that, because now that decision she made, damn, it was a bad move. It was a horrible move. And you thought the problem was him, only to find out that the problem was really you. So now you don't like that. So now, damn, now I gotta figure out how to shut this dude down. I gotta figure out how to win. Not knowing that it ain't no competition. We brought children into this world, and at the end of the day, we need to be focused on them children. I don't give a fuck about what she got going on over there. I don't care. But what I do care is how my children are doing. And after these 2 weeks of spending time with my children and having fun with them and listening, I didn't pick and probe on no questions. I let them talk to me. And when I let them talk to me, I realized, damn, you know, they look well. You know, like, I don't think that they're like malnutrition or anything like that, and there's no issues as far as their health goes. But mental health, their spirits are broken. You know, like, I mean, and it's sad to see, because I raised my kids from birth. You know, up until the divorce, we were pretty much rotating every week, until she decided to go move to Upper Egypt without the court's permission. And I didn't get to see my kids for months at a time. And every time they come back, man, it's just a little bit worse. Just a little bit worse. Just a little bit down, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm spiritually broken. I'm physically broken. I'm dealing with this thing, and I don't like life right now. You know, and it's just getting bad. And so when I had them for these 2 weeks, you know, during the holiday break, I'm realizing, like, damn, they are really in bad shape. You know, like, I mean, the money that I'm sending over there ain't really helping them like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not even really going to them. You know, I sent them back with brand new shoes, clothes, you know, whatever they needed, you know what I'm saying? Like they had some stuff they needed from school, like little iPad accessories and all of this stuff, man. I'm sending all of that stuff back. You know, like my little man's in sports, you know, he's got basketball and he's running track and all of that and his legs are shot. I sent back leg compressors with him. I said, you know what, man? Your mama not gonna buy you no leg compressors. She's not gonna make sure that you're recovering well. Your mama was not even really an athlete, bro. Like, so to keep it all the way real, here go these leg compressors. When you get home, throw them things on, do your homework, take a shower, handle your business, and that'll have your legs fresh every day to push out all the, you know, the acid, the lactic acid and everything that's building up in your legs and get it going and doing all of that. Those are the kind of things that I'm doing remotely, you know, for them. And I'm just like, damn. So now that she's pushing for full custody, ain't no backing out, bruh. So, hey, we in this now. We all in this. You know, ain't no backing out, ain't no let's try to compromise, they ain't doing none of that. And there ain't no war against her. It's a battle for the kids. You know, because it ain't even like, hey, I can't not fight because now you want to push for full custody. Now we're going down the path of what I've been trying to do, which is get a custody evaluator in, which is what she's been trying to block. So now it's on. Ain't no backing out, y'all. We all in this together. And I'm gonna share this sauce with y'all. So that's the thing for 2025 for me, man. We are about to have, you know, this is about to be our congregation. You know, this is about to be a sanctuary. Y'all gonna see this set up a lot. You know, it might be in the car, it might be here, it might be back here on this computer setup that I'm gonna end up live streaming on and all of that. But this is where we at now, man. We ain't backing out. Like, we can't back out, because if we back out, then we lose custody. I already got 50-50. I'm fighting for some shit that I already have. You feel me? So with that being said, we all going on this journey together. And I'm not asking y'all for no money, man. This money about to get spent on these lawyers, whether y'all are part of it or not. The sauce is gonna get learned whether y'all are part of it or not. And I know that I'm pouring into you guys, and I know that it's helpful because the videos that I posted so far, I've had friends, I've had family, I've had, you know, people just in general want to have just regular conversations, you know, even offline about the things that are happening in their lives and what they should do. So I know this content is valuable. It's just not enough of it. So this is what we doing in 2025, man. We're not just gonna talk about the drama, but we're gonna talk about the solutions. And if you believe in the solutions like I believe in solutions, then go ahead and hit that like button on the way in, man. Go ahead and hit that comment on the way out. That's where we at right now, man. My next few videos is gonna be just getting you guys caught up on the things that I do on a regular basis. That's gonna make sure that when we do have this court case, because we still ain't got nothing seen, and we're gonna talk about that too, these videos are going to help you stage things so where when you get in front of the judge, whether you have a lawyer or not, this is what you should do. And I've already seen a level of success from this. Even my lawyers are hitting me back like, bro, this spreadsheet that we put together, you know, log in the child support, log in the no call, no shows, you know, taking care of like all like the little things in between that she's gonna try to pull up later on in life. Documentation is everything. And I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. I'm gonna probably even put some templates in there just to kind of help y'all out, man, because we all in this together. And if you got some sauce for me, man, throw that in the comments, because I'm paying an egregious amount of money for legal fees and all of that just to get where I'm at right now, right? And I don't plan on letting up, because I can't. You know, this is a fight to the end. There will be a victor. You know, nobody wins in custody battles, and we understand that. But these kids is gonna win, and I know what they need, and I know they need me. So we gonna go on this journey together, all right? Y'all feel me? So that's really all I wanted to say to you guys for right now, right? There's more details of back and forth and the drama, this, that, and the other, man. But at the end of the day, let's just get down to it. It's 2025. Let's really get into it. You feel me? So I love you guys, man. Be prepared for the next video. I don't know when I'm gonna film it, probably tonight or tomorrow night, and then I'll drop it the day after maybe. Who knows? I might even live stream. Y'all let me know what y'all want me to do, and then we'll start putting that together. But for now, this is where we at. It's an all-out war. She want to fight me for additional child support. We know she ain't gonna get that. We got a game plan how to deal with that. She trying to add on these extra expenses to cause some arrears to get my wages garnished. We gonna deal with that. We gonna deep dive into that, and I'm gonna let y'all peek into my finances to see what's going on or how we gonna deal with that. And then also, we're gonna talk about how to prepare for war, because I've made some serious money moves in the last 6-7 weeks to put myself in a position to be in this role to fight this war. Whether you're a small country, a large country, an individual, a business, no matter what it is, you need money for war. You need money to fight. So if you're not bringing in additional income, then what are you doing to put yourself in a position to be able to fight this war? That's what we're gonna talk about too, because that's the bigger thing out of all of it, because it really comes down to the money. If there was no money being given for custody and support, them kids will be here with me right now. Your kids will be with you right now, because if a woman knew that she wasn't gonna get a dime from your ass and had to raise them kids by herself with no help, she gonna drop them kids off. And essentially that's what we want anyway, because we gonna handle our responsibilities regardless, contrary to belief. Man, it was a female in one of my comments talking about, oh, this is typical black man theory. This is typical. I don't know what typical black man you normally work with, but every black man that I know, we fighting for our kids right now. From whether you a multi-millionaire, whether you got one kid with a baby mama, whether you are divorced and going through it, we all fight for our kids. We don't abandon none of our children. Our children are our children, and we know we can raise our kids better than y'all can. Let's just keep it all the way real. You can unlike it, you can unsubscribe, and you can do whatever the fuck it is you want to do, but I'm just telling you the truth. We know how to raise our kids, and we not gonna sit up here and back down and let you simplify our sons. I'ma just say it. I'm not gonna sit up here and let no single mom sit up here and turn my son into a simp. Soft. Not willing to deal with the things that you have to deal with as a man in America, a black man in America at that. So we not gonna sit up here and play that game. And if you are in a scenario, or if you are in a situation like mine, then come join in for the ride, bro. Buckle up. We ain't going nowhere, man. This is where we at right here. I'm gonna get with y'all. All right, love you guys.